Welcome back to the Gentleman Ultras YouTube channel. I'm Richard Hall, as always, just looking through the morning headlines. And first and foremost today, we go to Inter, and there is Gazzetta dello Sport saying the Joker in the pack for Conte. Looking at the fact that, excuse me, Florenzi, former Roma fullback, now Paris Saint-Germain, is looking increasingly likely to move to Inter this summer. The coach has been said that, well, according to Gazzetta dello Sport anyway, that they can step up the man who can play 3 roles, and they're also looking at Emerson from Chelsea as well. That's fulfilling both fullback positions, especially when you're likely to see Alexander Kolarov leave Inter, and D'Ambrosio's role will, unfortunately, for a big fan of D'Ambrosio, decrease. It says PSG will hesitate on the purchase though, but there is a clause, and the Nerazzurri are stepping up their chase for him. That's only in Gazzetta, that's not followed up in any of the papers, but it'd be an interesting choice for Conte, because he's certainly looking for a man who not only can play in a fullback role, but also in that counter-attacking style. Florenzi would be exceptionally good, but also as well to fill in a bit of a utility player. Be especially useful for Inter at the moment. Most of the papers will also, we talked about it yesterday, continually thank Roma for that Europa League. It was 1-1 against Ajax, but still it was a very hard-fought draw. But still, lots of the papers here thanking them. Grazie Roma in Gazzetta dello Sport. They said there's so much heart for Roma, and the Dzeko goal sees a semi-final with Manchester United. Again, Corriere dello Sport, of course, you can see here. It says Giallorossi resist against Ajax in a semi-final against Manchester United there, and all looking at Dzeko again being sort of the heart of Roma. And again, Grazie Roma for Tutto Sport as well, saying Europa League, Dzeko seals a draw with Ajax 1-1, gives them the semi-final against Manchester United, and Arsenal and Villarreal will also progress. 2 fixtures that bring back a bit of memories there. Arsenal and Villarreal, remember, in the Champions League in 2004, guess, not sure. And obviously the games between Manchester United and Roma are pretty infamous, should we say. So moving on, big story pretty much in all the papers this morning is about Paolo Del Pino. 7 Lega Serie A clubs want him to resign. Latito of Lazio, Atalanta, Juve, Inter and Napoli are all saying that he should go, mainly for the mismanagement, for mismanagement of many things, but especially the mismanagement of the TV rights and the problems he had there. They thought that should have been sorted out quickly and much better. It wasn't, and so there's a lot of calls for him to go. However, Cardo of Torino says he should stay, he's done well. Milan and Roma and Cagliari all agree with that, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. But that's going to go on and on and on. 7 clubs want to kick him out again. It says in Corriere dello Sport he's damaged us and now has to leave. But the president's going to fight back apparently, so we will see how that goes on. And Tutto Sport again also followed that story up, although not as much as the rest. So back to Gazzetta now. A lot of focus on this weekend's games. I mean, there's going to be, isn't there? I mean, probably the main one here about Juventus and Atalanta. I mean, all of the clubs bill it as a Champions League playoff between the two. It says from Muriel to Zapata and CR7 and Dybala, it's total attack on the Champions League on Sunday in Bergamo. That's going to be such a good game. It's going to be a really entertaining match. And I think that there's a lot around that. And I think it's more for Juventus. I still don't believe that this idea that the acceptance of just qualifying for the Champions League is there. I still think they think there's more. I still think that a lot of people probably are predicting an Inter slip up at some point. But, I mean, if Juve lose there, that's going to be really interesting, because just where do they go? How do they react to that? Tutto Sport says Pirlo is in Gasp's hands. There are 2 crucial appointments against Atalanta. There are 2 crucial appointments against Atalanta for the destiny of Juve and their coach. It's a fundamental clash for the Champions League in Bergamo on Sunday. It's really, really going to be an interesting one for the Champions League. It's true, but I just don't know with that. I mean, Atalanta, nothing really to lose there. Let's just hope for a really good attacking game all round. Other focus as well is on Inter versus Napoli. There's I think it's Corriere dello Sport, if I can find that again. It says that, yeah, on Sunday, Napoli versus Inter, Champions League spot and Scudetto up for grabs here. He says, it made me laugh. Rino's changed his style and focuses now on possession, and he'll try and surprise his rival. However, Antonio Conte is going to continue, and as always, with the counter-attack. So, unlucky there, Gutu said that's the plan, because it's pretty obvious what Inter are going to do, but, if Napoli could turn it on, they could really give Inter problems, and that's absolutely no joke. I think that could be another Sunday in the Serie A. I mean, you generally cannot miss it. Also worth talking about here that the Coppa Italia final, saying there's going to be fans there, which is great, only if it's decreased. Gyms and swimming pools back open in Italy. Tennis tournament will be the first to have a crowd, albeit it will be reduced. So it's good to see things on the way there. But just as we say that, it says in Corriere dello Sport, Serie B controversy. Easy for me to say. Pescara has stopped. The ASL quarantined the team for 14 days and now missed 3 games, even though Empoli and Kiev is ordered to go ahead, and Regina fans obviously therefore are furious. So again, still seeing many outbreaks within teams, so it's a mixed message there. You feel like it's coming out of one side, but then again, it's you're looking in this teams seeing games suspended. So hopefully, we're going to see more fans into the stadiums, and hopefully the pandemic starts to dissipate in some ways. Final thing from me today, there's talk here about Gigio Donnarumma, which we talked about yesterday, but that is looking increasingly likely that he is on his way to Juventus. I mean, there's still a long time to go there. Also, a bizarre story here saying that Juventus aren't satisfied with Szczesny, saying that he's not at the level that they think a goalkeeper should be. I mean, if you're comparing him to Gigi Buffon, then maybe not, but I mean, you can't compare people to Gigi Buffon. It's just impossible. It's the best goalkeeper ever. So I really am still baffled by that, but, better people than me know. So that's pretty much the sum up for the papers. I am always Richard Hall. If you like this, just give us a like or a subscribe or something, and we'll keep trying to do these every day. So thank you, and ciao for now.